The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest and most biodiverse tropical rainforest located in the Amazon River basin of southern America, mainly in Brazil, and is home to over half of the world's rainforest species. It plays a crucial role in regulating climate by storing a vast amounts of carbon and releasing large volumes of water into the atmosphere. However, the Amazon is under significant threat from deforestation, driven largely by cattle ranching and agriculture, leading to habitat loss and impacting global weather patterns. The Amazon rainforest, also called the Amazon jungle or Amazonia, is a most broadleaf tropical rainforest in the Amazon biome that covers most of the Amazon basin of southern America. This basin encompasses 7 million square kilometers, of which 6 million square kilometers are covered by the rainforest. This region includes territory belonging to the nine nations and 3,344 indigenous territories. The majority of the forest, 60%, is in Brazil, followed by Peru with 13%, Colombia with 10%, and with minor amounts in Bolivia, Equator, French Guiana. Biodiversity, flora and fauna. Wet tropical forests are the most species-rich biome, and tropical rainforests in the Americas are consistently more species-rich than the wet forests in Africa and Asia. As the largest tract of tropical rainforest in the Americas, the Amazonian rainforests have unparalleled biodiversity. One in 10 known species in the world lives in the Amazon rainforest. This constitutes the largest collection of living plants and animal species in the world. The region is home to about 2.5 million insect species, tens of thousands of plants, and some 2,000 birds and mammals. To date, at least 40,000 plant species, 2,200 fishes, 1,294 birds, 427 mammals, 428 amphibians, and 378 reptiles have been scientifically classified in the region. One in five of all bird species are found in the Amazon rainforest, and one in five of the fish species live in the Amazon rivers. Scientists have described between 96,660 and 128,843 invertebrate species in Brazil alone. A study in 1999 found 1 square kilometer 247 acres of Amazon rainforest can contain about 90,790 tons of living plants. The average plant biomass is estimated at 356 equal to 47 tons per hectare. To date, an estimated 438,000 species of plants of economic and social interest have been registered in the region, with many more remaining to be discovered. The total number of trees species in this region is estimated at 16,000. The amount of green leaf cover in the Amazon rainforest changes with the seasons by about 25%. During the dry season, when there is more sunlight, trees grow more leaves. In the wet season, when it's cloudier, some of the leaves fall off. This seasonal cycle helps keep the balance between how much carbon the forest takes in through photosynthesis and how much it releases through respiration. Each hectare, about 2.5 acres of the Amazon rainforest, is incredibly rich in life, containing around 1 billion invertebrates like insects, spiders, and worms. Amazon rainforest is home to many species, some of which can be dangerous. Large predators like the black caiman, jaguar, cougar, and anaconda live there. In the rivers, electric eels can deliver strong shocks that can stun or even kill, and piranhas are known to be bite and injure people. Some poison dart frogs release toxic chemicals through their skin, which can be harmful. The rainforest also has many parasites and insects that spread disease. Vampire bats live in the regions can carry rabies. People in the Amazon can also catch diseases like malaria, yellow fever, and dengue fever. Sadly, the rich biodiversity of the Amazon is under threat. Deforestation and more frequent fires are destroying animal and plant habitats. Fires alone may have affected over 90% of the Amazon plant and vertebrate species. Around 13,000 to 14,000 species. The history and the origin of Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest likely began forming during the Eocene period between 56 and 33.9 million years ago. This happened after global tropical temperatures cooled down and the Atlantic Ocean had widened enough to bring warm, moist air to the Amazon basin. As a result, the rainforest has existed for at least 55 million years ago. For much of the time, the region remained free from grassland or savanna-like environments until the current ice age, when a drier climate allowed savanna to spread more widely. After the extinction of the dinosaurs around 66 million years ago, the climate became wetter, which helped the tropical rainforest spread across much of South America from 66 to 34 million years ago. It even reached as far as south as 45 degree latitude. Over the past 34 million years ago, climate changes caused the rainforest to shrink at times, allowing savanna to move into tropical areas. For example, during the Oligocene period, the rainforest was narrower. It grew again in the middle Mesozoic and then sank back during the last ice age. Despite these changes, the rainforest survived and continued to support a wide variety of life. During the mid-Eocene, the Amazon River basin was divided by a land formation called the Porous Arc. Water on the eastern side flowed to the Atlantic Ocean, while the water on the western side flowed toward the Pacific. Later, as the Andes Mountains rose, they created a large inland lake known as the Solomos Basin. About 5 to 10 million years ago, the water from this lake broke through the porous arc and began flowing eastward toward the Atlantic, forming the modern Amazon River system. Over the last 21,000 years, including the last glacial maximum, that means when ice sheets were at their largest, there have been major changes in the Amazon's vegetation. Studies of ancient lake sediments and ocean deposits shows that rainfall was lower during that time, leading to less dense rainforest cover. Sahara Desert dust helps fertilize the Amazon rainforest. Over half, about 56% of the dust that fertilizes the Amazon rainforest comes from the Bodili Depression in the northern Chad in the Sahara Desert. This dust is rich in phosphorus, a nutrient that's essential for plant growth. Each year, the phosphorus in this dust helps replace what is lost from the Amazon soil due to heavy rains and flooding. NASA's Calypso satellite has been tracking how much dust the wind carries from the Sahara to the Amazon. On average, about 182 million tons of dust blow out of the Sahara every year. Some of it falls into the Atlantic Ocean, but around 15% reaches the Amazon basin. Of that, about 22 million tons contain phosphorus. NASA's Calypso satellite uses a special laser system to scan the atmosphere and measure how much dust and other particles are in the air. It regularly monitors the movement of dust from the Sahara to the Amazon. The satellite has detected the big changes in how much dust makes the journey between 2007 and 2011. The amount dropped by 86%. This change may be linked to how much it rains in the Sahel region, a dry area just south of Sahara Desert. Phosphorus also reaches the Amazon in the form of smoke from burning vegetation in Africa. This process, known as biomass burning, releases phosphorus into the air, which is then carried by winds across the Atlantic to the Amazon rainforest. Deforestation. By 2022, around 20% of the Amazon rainforest had already been deforested, and another 6% was barely damaged. Scientists believe that if deforestation reaches between 20% and 25%, just 5% more, the Amazon could hit a tipping. This means parts of the forest, especially in the eastern, southern, and central areas, could begin to turn into a dry, grassy ecosystem like a savanna. This change, known as savanization, would not happen overnight. It would take decades to fully develop. Before the early 1960s, the inside of the Amazon rainforest was very hard to reach, so it remained mostly untouched. But in the 1960s, farms started being built. Farmers used slash and burn method to clear land for crops. However, they struggled to keep their farms going because the soil quickly lost its nutrients and weeds took over. Since the soil in the Amazon only stays fertile for a short time, farmers often have to move to new areas, cutting down even more forest to start over. These farming practices have led to widespread deforestation and serious environment damage. In fact, the areas cleared of trees are so large they can be seen from space. In the 1970s, construction began on the Trans-Amazonian Highway, which posed a major threat to the rainforest. Unfortunately, the highway was never fully completed, which helped reduce the overall damage. Brazil is also the world's largest producer of soya beans. However, research by Lady Mary Oliveira and others has shown that cutting down the rainforest actually reduces rainfall in the region. This led to lower crop yields. So, despite what many people believe, turning rainforest into farmland has not brought real economic benefits to Brazil. In many cases, the needs of soya farmers have been used to justify controversial transportation projects in the Amazon. The first two major highways built in the region opened up the large areas of forest, which led to more people settling there and increased deforestation. From 2000 to 2005, the average yearly deforestation rate was 22,392 square kilometers, which was 18% higher than the rate from 1995 to 2000. While deforestation dropped significantly between 2004 and 2014, it has started to rise again in recent years. During his time in office, Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro supported weakening the environmental laws, especially those protecting agricultural land. He allowed more deforestation and encouraged the use of the Amazon's natural resources. As a result, deforestation in the Amazon reached its highest level in 15 years in 2021. Since fossil fuel reserves were discovered in the Amazon, oil drilling has increased especially in the western Amazon, where activity peaked in the 1970s and surged again in the 2000s. To drill for oil, companies built roads through the rainforest, which leads to more deforestation. Today, about 9.4% of the Amazon is affected by oil fields. In November 2021, Brazil's space agency INPE reported that deforestation had risen by 22% compared to 2020, reaching the highest level since 2006 based on satellite data. Forest fires. In 2019, there were 72,843 fires in Brazil, and over half of them were in the Amazon region. August 2019 saw a record number of these fires. Deforestation in the Brazil Amazon also increased sharply by more than 88% in June 2019 compared to the same month in the 2018. The Amazon is often said to produce over a quarter of the world's oxygen, but this is a misunderstanding. That number refers to oxygen being cycled, not added. In reality, the Amazon's net contribution to the Earth's oxygen supply is closer to zero. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe.